Welcome back to their daily Marvel Snap deck highlight. Today, we're revisiting an old favorite that is one of my absolutely favorite style of decks to play in Marvel Snap, and that is the She-Hulk Double Up deck. So the idea behind the Double Up archetype is we leverage Moon Girl here as one of our key cards to duplicate the contents of our hand, and then we are duplicating cards, not only She-Hulk here, our deck's namesake, costs one less energy for each unspent energy in the prior turn, but also cheap cards with high stat lines such as Titania, as well as the demon generated from the hood. The basic idea is that we're going to pass on turn 5, so our She-Hulks can be extra cheap on turn 6, and then the 6th turn of the game, we're going to play out an incredible amount of cards, filling up the board and putting lots of stats into play that our opponent frequently isn't going to be able to deal with. One of the real upsides to playing this style of deck is that because we're putting so many cards into play in the final moments of the game, it's actually quite resilient into the common metagame threat Arrow, who's not going to have a lot of maneuverability to pull your cards around, since we're often filling the board in its entirety. To help us with swarming the board in the final moments of the game here, we have Quinjet, who not only reduces our demons to cost 0, but also takes the cost of all of our cards that we duplicated with Moon Girl and reduces them by 1 as well. Because we're relying on key 1-drop cards like Quinjet and Sunspot and Titania and the Demon, we are playing Armor to give us some resiliency into opposing Killmongers, and because Hood is not a card we want remaining on our side of the board, we're also playing Viper as well to send that across to our opponent's side. Rounding out the last couple of slots in the deck, we have Goose here to give us kind of positional control against decks like Shuri that are looking to deploy large threats, as well as Juggernaut, who can help dictate where our opponent's cards go in the important final moments of the game. Lastly, we have America Chavez here, who is not a card we often play on turn 6, but it's just so important that we have Moon Girl and our other cheap cards early. She adds a layer of consistency to the deck. At any rate, I hope you enjoy the highlights that I have for you today. If you do, snap the like button. Hopefully see you back again tomorrow for some more Snap here on YouTube. All right, what are we doing here? I can play Chavez plus 17 other power, or I could play 2 Goose, 2 Titania, 2 Demons. I think I want to spread out and play for all the locations here. Yeah. This adds 10, 12 over here. Put the least in the middle, put the most on the sides. I think I like this. And this is an example of this deck being good into Arrow because we just put so many things into play on the last turn, right? This deck's probably really good into this format. You have copies of She-Hulk to play a bunch of cards after they wave you. You fill the board okay. You have Juggernaut. I can tell who has priority. Whoever name is highlighted in gold here. You can see this gold bar there, but not here. Armor my Sunspot. Priority goes active player, not active player, something like that. Actually, let's Polaris the Ninja into here, I think. I guess we could grab the Mind Stone, technically, but like grabbing some low power thing and shoving it into the compound on them. You've hit 3 Series 5 cards at 4,000 collection level. Yes, you are batting far above average. Alright, so Space Star lets them move something out of here. Probably that. Probably that one. You make a video on how to play Titania, I feel too dumb to do it. We're all too dumb to play with Titania, appropriately, chat. She's probably the most complicated card in Marvel Snap.
Clear for takeoff.
I'll snap here, critical spot. Peabody Hightower, thanks for the 28 months, welcome back. The big thing to note about Titania, if you're struggling with her, is that Titania is not a card that you play on curve. Titania is a card that is typically a part of your plays in the final moments of the game. I don't know if we can play for the Avengers compound or not. Sunspot's kind of scary. Their deck runs Arrow. Every deck runs Arrow, chat. It's not worth bringing up. They all play it. I guess if we expect them to Arrow, this is our best line. Get fucking smoked.
Victory.
Live from the Daily Bugle.
Death, I'm shocked. Shocked, I tell you. Death into Morbius. Okay, now I am a little shocked. Opponent's cooking over there. Yeah, probably Hela is a good read. Which, if they're Hela, I probably want to goose the compound, yeah? Do I snap here? I'll snap before goosing the compound flips up. Coin EV, thank you for the 2 months of Prime, appreciate it.
Clear for takeoff.
Then we'll soak 5 here, and we'll play for left and right. So Juggernaut here will ensure that Titania stays on our side, and then we'll deploy 18 power over here. Yeah, this is probably a GG. It's been a while since we played against a discard deck. They've basically been non-existent in my MMR bracket. A lot of these decks have a hard time against the best decks at the moment. Okay, good chat. Good chat.
Victory.
Let's just draw armor, chat. This Twitch stream is pre-recorded in front of a live audience. Thanks everybody for hanging out today. Okay, so we know what they're doing. We probably have the left locked up. So let's see what happens with these other things. Does their archetype usually play Killmonger? It does usually, yeah. This is the Mogwai deck. Does the Mogwai deck play Killmonger? No, it's on Shang-Chi, right? I'm just playing this here. I should have played this Sentinel-2 probably. Thanks, I think. Some do, some don't. Yeah, it's probably an accurate take. If I play out Goose, I get to draw Chavez next turn, and then I could double Titania Chavez. I kind of like that. This is probably a win, right? Shang-Chi doesn't matter here, chat. We can lose the right, no problem.
Victory.
Yeah, waiting on Arrow wouldn't have done anything, because the board would have been filled. They got more value on Arrow playing it here. They're just locked out and can't win. That's all for today. Snap the like button if you enjoyed it, and check back in again tomorrow for another highlight.